Hey, so we've had lots of people asking us how the house goes together. Like we tell them, oh, you can put the logs on as soon as you cut them down and the house won't settle and all these things. And they're like, how does that work? So I made just a part of a little house so you can see how the walls go together. And if you notice, it's called button pass, which there's lots of styles of log building, and we decided to do a button pass because we thought it would work for us, and we like the idea that you can just cut the trees down. You don't have to wait for them to dry or season. So the butt, one end of the log butts up against the other log going the other direction, right? So and then this alternating will pass. So you have the butt here and then the pass. You have the butt here and then the pass, right? So that's pretty simple. And the way that it's held together is that when we put it in, every foot there's going to be rebar driven into the wood, driven through the log. And like on this one, so we'd have one rebar here that will go through all the way through this log and then halfway through the log underneath it. And then you go 2 feet down. They're pulling logs out. You go 2 feet and then this one will go all the way through and halfway through this. So in between there, when we have a log on top, it'll go all the way through that log and halfway through this one. So you literally have rebar every foot of the log. And then as the log dries, it shrinks towards its center. So it's shrinking like this. And it grips onto that rebar even tighter. So it doesn't settle, it just shrinks and gets smaller. So you will have slight little teeny gaps, like the gap between the logs will get just a tiny bit bigger, but it's insignificant. Like you don't even have to go through and add any more chinking if you don't want to. Some people do just so it just for the look, but it doesn't affect the insulation or anything at all. So that's why the house doesn't settle, because it all shrinks around the rebar that's holding it. And then every single place in the house where 2 logs touch is going to be connected with rebar. So even on the ends here, so we have a butt right here, we'll put a piece of rebar in this way, so it goes through this log and into this butt end, I think like I don't know, 12 inches or something like that. I don't remember. But that is the very basic explanation of how this goes together. Now, some of the other styles, like the Swedish cope is one of the other ones, where you actually are cutting into the log on the bottom so that it rests on the next log without any gaps, and then you have to notch the end kind of with the arch so that it fits like perfectly snug around the log below it. And it does look nice. Like the logs look really nice when they go together like that. But it's a lot more work. You have to do a lot more measuring. It takes a lot more time to cut and shape the logs and make sure they fit together right. And then you have to wait to do some of the work in the house because the logs will settle. And since they're all shrinking and they all settle, you end up with a big gap at the top that you have to do something with after, some time passes. So in a nutshell, that's the button pass style of house. And it will look like this. And these they call these overdangles. We'll cut all of the overdangles so they're the same way. So it'll look nice on the edges. share some other videos in this one of a lot of other helpers that are coming to help us with our debarking and pulling trees out and stuff. And one cool thing that we're going to do is when we get the house finished, we are going to have a log or a beam in the house somewhere. I thought even over the front door would be really, really cool, with everybody's name on it who has helped us with this home. I'm really excited for that. I think it'll be super fun because we're not doing this alone. We're doing most of the work, but we're going to have a lot of help along the way, and we sure appreciate all the people who are going to be helping us. So there you go. We'll see you next time, I guess.
Here we have Nemo and Evie and Layla and Annika Skywalker and Logan and Levi and Logan and Landon and Simon, all contributing to our house,
Oh, I thought you were like calling out.
making magic happen. And the boys won. The boys plus Layla.
Oh yeah, man.
This tree was stuck on another tree up there, so they just wrap it around another tree, like the cable, to make a angle to be pulling it from another direction, just to move it away from that tree. And then my dad is reconnecting the chain so then they can pull it straight out. It's a lot of work getting these logs out of here. They're doing a great job.